Hello, guys. Welcome once again to another beautiful week. To like we normally do, on this channel, where we look at what the market, did last week and what the market, according to the data we have before us, what the market is likely to do. Like I always say, as retail traders, we only follow trend. Yeah, we don't have we can't move a needle in the market. So what we do is we follow trend. We look at what the market has done, and we'll also be able to, because of what has happened, we can say, okay, this is what the market is likely to do. All right. So you're welcome once again. My name is Adelola Shokoya. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. Make sure you subscribe. So basically, let's move on. So this week, we saw what happened with DXY. Like in our usual manner, I love to talk about the DXY first. And we saw that price has been pushing up on the daily. I'm actually on the weekly time frame right now. As you can see, price has been pushing up. We have a minor resistance around there. And the way it's going, I think we're going to have a dollar push up more because on Friday, at the symposium where the Federal Reserve Chairman talked, Powell, he kept insisting that inflation is too sticky, and the Federal Reserve is likely to still, it's looking likely that they will still increase interest rates in the next coming FOMC meeting. So what that means is that if they are increasing interest rate, the dollar becomes stronger. The more they increase interest rate, the stronger the dollar becomes. So that being said, it's looking likely that the dollar, is might likely continue the uptrend, moving forward. So I haven't said that, and normally, when the dollar is strong, every other dollar denominated asset like gold, Bitcoin, and even currencies that are, dollar, denominated like Euro USD and pounds USD, it seems to take, to move in the opposite direction. All right, so let's quickly look at gold. So gold on the other end, remember the previous week where gold bounced up from there. So gold has been pushing up. All right. So gold is going to battle with, I think there's a resistance around there around 1,931. So but because dollar is strong, I feel we might see gold still tank further. But however, if you look at the weekly time frame, the way the gold candlestick close for the week, it's looking like we have a very strong bullish candle that is looking to the upside. So if you're going to be taking a sell, you have to wait till this trend line is violated. But in the interim, I think it's good to be bullish with gold and just keep your fingers crossed. Like I always say, patience is the game. It's a game of this industry. You have to be a very patient person, all right, to see a proper setup that you can trade. All right, having said that, let's look at what Bitcoin has been doing. Bitcoin has been tanking massively. And ever since that's why I purposely didn't remove this drawing. We had this trend line. If you remember the previous, I think about 2-3 weeks now, where I said as soon as if we violate this trend line, we'll be pushing forward down to around this 27,000. This one is, and if $27,000 is taken out, we'll be coming down to around 25,000, and we'll bounce off from here. So we still have Bitcoin is still ranging around this area, and Bitcoin is looking likely we might, the probability of us, continue this downtrend is very high. Let's look at the weekly time frame. You see, see that we are having, although we are still sitting on this support, if you violate this support around $25,000, we'll be coming down to $23,000. Okay. So and there's a chart I wanted to share about, but I think if you're in my WhatsApp group and Telegram group, I'm not sure if I dropped it on the Telegram, or if you're in my crypto, WhatsApp group, you would have seen that chart where the chart is self-explanatory. That basically during a year before Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin halving is happening next day. In the last, more than a decade, since 2010, 2009, since Bitcoin has been, in the mainstream, what we have noticed is that, a year before Bitcoin halving, we always have Bitcoin tank. Price always come down, to looking more like it's going to bottom before, as soon as we enter the year of Bitcoin halving and the Bitcoin halving actually happened. We always say that price always move, bounce. That's price Bitcoin now becomes super bullish, because since supply, we cut in half. So that tells you that, demand remains the same. So normally what happens is that price keep pushing forward. So having said that, I expect Bitcoin, to keep dropping. And like I always say on this channel, what I do with Bitcoin and with crypto is I DCA, dollar cost averaging. I don't really trade crypto on a daily trading. I don't do daily activity on crypto. I just buy and hold. So that's my own strategy. It has been working for me for years. I buy and hold. So as crypto tanks, I look at major cryptos, good cryptos are very good community, number one, that also have very good the reason, that is working properly, not meme coin, So what I do with crypto, especially with Bitcoin and other assets, is that I buy and keep. I do this here. All right. So I think with Bitcoin coming down, the more it comes down, the better it is for you to keep buying. And with this year, what you're doing, you're buying in bits and pieces. Even if it's $20, $100, $200, you're buying to keep, hoping that, after Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin become bullish. All right. So that's been my strategy for a couple of years with Bitcoin. All right. So I would say that let's move on to EURUSD. So EURUSD, if you remember last week that I was saying that, if you violate this support, we will be pushing down. So I strongly believe that, EURUSD, has really, really broken structure, as you can see, this major major support. So going forward, I'll be looking for selling opportunity for EURUSD. Peradventure, I'll be looking for pullbacks. Don't forget our strategy on this channel. Like I always say, you don't sell at support and you don't buy at resistance. I think I explained this, last week. I think I'm going to drop a link to the last week video where I explained vividly, and I use the XY to show you why it's dangerous to be selling at support and buying at resistance. Let me quickly just do a very few recap. If you look at this, I think I use DXY at 99.5, the price. I use this price I use it as an example that, if you normally as prices, price move from zone to zone. That is strategy that, that I used to trade, and I've explained it so many times on this channel. But normally, since price has violated this support, common sense, we just tell you that price should come in. But we saw that there's a minor support here. If I reduce this, so that there's a minor support here where price bounced off from, and ever since price has been pushing up. So that's why it's very dangerous for, if you have not entered the trade from the top and against a minor support or a major support, it's better you wait for price to break out from here and retest, and then you can sell. Nobody would have thought that price would have jumped back all the way to the top from here. All right. So so the same thing with with EURUSD. As much as EURUSD is looking bearish, I'll wait for a proper violation of this support where it's sitting. And that's if you're not in this trade, if you're not in EURUSD. I'm holding a sell already, since last week from me, and I've locked it. I think I took a sell around there after I saw this retest on Friday. I jumped in and I'm still holding that sell. So and I'm hoping that price will violate the support. But if you have not jumped on the sell for EURUSD, I advise that you wait till you see something like this, a violation of that support, and then a continuation, all right, to the downside. All right. So yeah, so you can take a sell. I explained this, extensively in my course, Traders Above Mastery, Forex Mastery course. If you want to know how to enter a trade, because it's you can say, like I explained, if price breaks this and retest, the question is, how do you jump on the trade? All right. So if you want to know more about that, I'll be dropping the link to my course, in the description below. Ensure you go check it out, and it's very cheap. You have a lifetime access to the course. You only pay once, and the kind of review we have been getting for that course is a bomb. And it doesn't matter your level. If you're just starting, even if you have never traded before, I encourage you to go, check it out. And at the moment, we are running a promo of 30% off. I think that promo will end at the end of this month. So we still have a couple of days to go. So ensure you get that cost. So having said that, let's check out what I don't want to stay long on this video this week. So okay, let's check out I think this is pounds USD. So we're looking at pounds USD last. So you remember last week where we look at pounds USD and I was saying, this triple bottom. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. I really want to show you this. I really want to show you. We have a triple bottom around the 1, 2, and 3, and then we saw that pounds actually violate that bottom. All right. Let me reduce this. So there's a support here, and there's another support here. So those, as you can see, our price has been struggling with that support for, I think it's almost for about 4 months now. With this support around there. You see, this is from here to here is 1 week. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 4 so for 4 weeks straight, price has been, battling with this support. Eventually, this week we have price close below this support. All right. So for pounds USD also, I'll be looking for selling opportunity. All right, because we have price already close below the support. As you can see, we have this last candle actually close below the support. But like I always say, immediately anytime we have a violation of a major support, you expect a pullback. So on Monday, you don't just say because Mr. Adelola said pound USD is coming, you just jump. As soon as market open, you have to wait. You have to wait for confirmation of that downtrend. So most likely what you normally have is that especially for pounds USD, it's quite volatile. It's more volatile than Euro USD. So what you normally have, you have price pullback, all right, and they probably continue the downtrend like this, like so. So you want to wait for you to see a proper pullback, all right, and then probably take your sell when there's a confirmation. I explain all this in my course. I want to encourage you if you can get a course. It's going to put you through. You'll see in that course I explain how you can enter a trade, how you can exit a trade, and how I've been using this strategy for some time and it's been working. All right. So lastly, let me quickly look on the monthly time frame also for pounds USD before I round up. If you look at the monthly time frame, you will notice that the pounds USD has been super bearish. It's been super bearish. And for me, I feel we are likely to it seems to me that we are resuming that downtrend. This for me, this where my cursor is, this was in 2007. All right, if you look at that trend line that I just put, you notice that this has been bearish. Pounds has been bearish since 2007 from this top. And if you take your Fibonacci, and because of time, you notice that each time price drops and there's a retracement, it's always 50% retracement. From year to year, if I take my feed and I draw like this, take it from there, you notice that we have a 50% retracement before price, tank. If you put your Fibonacci on this side too, it's the same thing on this side too. Now on the current price, right now we experience 61.8% of Fibonacci retracement before we started tanking. So this scenario is looking like the scenario around there. So I'm expecting price towards the end of the year to move further down. All right. So so that's that about this week. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, ensure you do that. Click the subscribe button, comment, and also like. All right. And if you're not getting your hand on my course, Forex About traders are both Forex mastery course. Ensure you do that. Also, we also have a Telegram community. I'll also be dropping the link in the description below. Ensure you join us in the community. All right. Have a beautiful trading week. Bye.